Hi, and welcome to Discover Oklahoma. I'm Lauren Nelson.
And I'm Dean O'Lally. Today we're coming to you from Shorty's Hattery in Oklahoma City, specifically Stockyards City.
And this is the place to come in the Oklahoma City Stockyards if you're looking for a handmade cowboy hat. The owner of Shorty's, LaVonna Kroger, spends a lot of time around rodeos and folks who wear cowboy hats on an almost daily basis. And she credits a connection at my alma mater, the University of Central Oklahoma in Edmond, for teaching her the business side of things, something she says helped with the success of the shop. We'll show you around throughout the show.
But first we're going to take a trip just a few miles east of here to the Adventure District,
where an exhibit at the Science Museum has folks literally seeing stars. Shelley Mills shows us more.
This is just her camera on a tripod with a 20-second exposure.
Stars like you've never seen before.
Kenton was a fabulous place. A lot of people are kind of like, well, it's desolate and there's no one out in the Panhandle, but it's actually one of my favorite places to visit.
Said to be one of the darkest places in the country, home in late September to a star party. While Kenton may be too far to drive, you can see the stars and other fabulously odd spots unique to Oklahoma here at the Off the Beaten Path exhibit at Science Museum, Oklahoma.
One of my favorites was in Mangum, and that's the light bulb that's been burning for 89 years.
Scott Henderson and his wife Katie, a photographer, are the couple behind the exhibit.
And I think Katie did a very great job of documenting the places that we saw, because you see a lot of this stuff in travel mags and brochures and stuff, but not in this composition.
They spent a year and a half driving all over Oklahoma looking for the unique, the obscure, the beautiful, and the historical places that call this state home. Scott says this exhibit really only showcases about a fourth of what they saw.
It's very interesting.
The room is full of not only pictures, but stories that give visitors a new look at some things they may have seen before.
She's taken pictures of big things that are great when you see them out, but she's focused in on one particular thing that makes it so artistic.
For some of the more obscure locations, like this metal hand with a butterfly, they were hard to even find to take the picture. So they provided you with the GPS coordinates to make it easier for you to go there yourself.
I've lived here my whole life, and I haven't known about half the things that we ventured out to see.
One of the strangest,
it was a challenge to find it because there was no physical address.
May be out in Rogers County.
Who would expect to see a NASA space capsule sitting off the side of this desolate road in Oklahoma, right?
It's not really a space capsule, rather an old concrete mixer that fell off a truck back in the 60s or 70s. About 5 years ago, someone painted it to look like a space capsule. It's been a sight to see since. While not every road led to a picture or a story, Scott says the journey to himself discover Oklahoma was unforgettable.
Some places we'd go to that didn't even exist anymore. But it was a lot of fun being able to go with my family to all these spots.
I'm Shelley Mills for Discover Oklahoma.
The Off the Beaten Path exhibit is on display at Science Museum, Oklahoma until May 4th. For more information on hours and admission prices, head to their website, sciencemuseumok.com.
And if you're out discovering Oklahoma this time of the year, there is one thing that a lot of us have in common. I hate them. Allergies.
But did you know that lots of folks swear by local honey to fight off those allergies? Julie Chen takes us to a place in Jenks that's really buzzing.
The honey house is just fantastic.
The honey house is creating quite the buzz.
Our Oklahoma honey is from our hives that we operate as a family. Michael, the beekeeper, and then my daughter also, she's involved in it, his brother, his sister, my cousins, my mom, of course, runs the store. So it's very family oriented. We're even dragging my little 9-year-old son into it this year, whether he likes it or not.
Together, this family of worker bees specializes in all things honeybee.
Everything that we do offer will either have a beeswax, honey, propolis, royal jelly, something derived from the hive. In order, to make a full circle, like how good a hive is for you, all the benefits for the bees, and not only the bees, but the byproduct of it as well.
Lip balm, body bars, and beeswax candles are a few of the items you'll find here. Of course, there's raw, local Oklahoma honey, too. The family operates 800 hives in and around Tulsa, with 500,000 bees.
Last year we did about 15,000 pounds of Oklahoma honey, and this year we hope to double that.
When harvested, the honey is gravity filtered, packaged, and labeled right here.
A 4-ouncer to a 5-pound jug, actually. So the range is very wide. We have everything from, glass gift containers to plastic squeezable. It just depends on your preference, and I think we offer a little bit for everybody.
It's really delicious. I can't really put my finger on what is different about the flavor, but it just has such a natural taste.
You'll find another brand of honey here too, Third Daughter Honey. It's made by the Roark's 14-year-old daughter, Chloe. She keeps the hives, she bottles the honey, and when you buy this brand, she keeps the cash. Third Daughter Honey is a hot seller, and so is the store's creamed honey.
Creamed honey is spreadable crystallized honey. To give you a better example, it shares the same characteristics as butter, but we say leave it on the counter, room temperature. It's spreadable, doesn't drip. It's much more manageable than liquid.
Sounds good, right? Well, the Honey House goes one step further and makes flavored creamed honey.
We have original, cinnamon, peanut butter, blackberry, strawberry, and soon to be apple, raspberry, blueberry, and then our seasonal flavors.
I've never seen so many flavors of creamed honey in my life, and I haven't tried them all, but my favorite one is the peanut butter creamed honey.
Creamed honey you can use just as you do liquid honey, bake with it, use it in your coffee or tea. It just, get more creative with the different flavors that we have.
Thank you. And of course, you can sample everything here, from the creamed honey to the honey-soaked pecans.
I think the variety of different things made with the Oklahoma honey are what makes it special and different.
The Honey House, a sweet spot in the heart of Jenks.
I think everybody should check out the Honey House. I don't know that there is another one anywhere around here that sells so many wonderful things. It's fun to be in here. It's fun to shop. They've got all kinds of things like aprons and towels and bee-themed products that you won't find anywhere else.
In Jenks, I'm Julie Chin, discovering Oklahoma.
Rourke Acres Honey House is located at 502 East Main Street in Jenks. They're open 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, and you can find them most Saturday mornings at the Cherry Street Farmers Market in Tulsa.
Coming up on Discover Oklahoma.
People won't find this kind of stuff everywhere they go. It's pretty unique.
A sweet shop in the heart of the Stockyards will show you around the Rusty Chandelier.
This is a moment for Oklahoma to shine in the international art scene as we help rediscover this artist to the world.
Plus the unique exhibits in Tulsa attracting visitors from around the world.
This is Catfish Friday, so everybody comes for catfish.
Come for the catfish, stick around for the dessert, the Eastern Oklahoma restaurant known for miles around. It's all ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma. Great travel tips anytime, like Discover Oklahoma on Facebook and follow us on Instagram and Twitter.
Oklahoma Today magazine brings you stunning photography and authentic award-winning stories of home from Oklahoma. The only magazine that covers the entire state, Oklahoma Today showcases what we love about Oklahoma, bringing to you the very best of its people, places, culture, history, and of course, its legendary food. This holiday season, give the gift of Oklahoma Today to family and friends for just $14.95. Visit tvoffer.oklahomatoday.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're coming to you from Shorty's Hattery in the Oklahoma City Stockyards.
Now here at Shorty's Hattery in Stockyards City, you can come in and buy a hat off the rack if you like, or you can also have one custom made for you as well. But not too far from here, you can also find some of the greatest Western themed gifts in Oklahoma.
I spent some time at the Rusty Chandelier, and trust me, if you like to shop, you'll want to head there too. The Rusty Chandelier in the Oklahoma City Stockyards has everything you could want, from vintage boots and custom cowboy hats to modern fashions and repurposed furniture. Owner Cindy Scardino took over the store for some friends about a year ago.
They decided that, buying junk was a lot more fun than selling it. And so I loved it the first time I saw it, and so I said, okay, I'll be your girl.
When you walk in the door, you'll see where the name comes from, a unique lighting piece decorated by Cindy.
The name came from the Rusty Chandelier. In the next month, we'll have a new Rusty Chandelier. So I've got all the components, so I'm just anxious to put it together.
There really is something here for everyone at the Rusty Chandelier.
Well, one day I saw it and I came down to look around, and then the owner was just awesome, and so she became my friend, and so now I come and see her all the time.
Penny Johnson enjoys the variety she finds here.
It's fun. It's just, I mean, I come here all the time, and when I walk in, I go, oh, is that new, Cindy? Like, did you just get that? I didn't see that last time. And she just always has nice stuff.
You're going to find vintage jewelry along with new, trendy cowgirl type jewelry. Shirts and blouses, and we do have cute ball caps and hat bands, fun stuff.
You'll also find painted furniture, fun accent pieces, and unique home decor. One of the neat things about the Rusty Chandelier is that you will find one-of-a-kind items from all over the country. Dick Parr is one of the pickers who finds treasures and brings them to the Rusty Chandelier to sell.
We have a place in New Mexico, and so we go out there a lot. And of course, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, southern Colorado is rich horse history country. And of course, I just love to go see.
Dick finds vintage pieces like this door off of a 1938 truck and brings them to the Rusty Chandelier. He also collects vintage saddles and cowboy memorabilia.
All of these saddles that are right around here are saddles that I've collected over the last 40 or 50 years that were made here in the stockyards. It's a neat combination of things for everyone. If you've got a cowboy husband, he can look at the saddles or the vintage boots or whatever. For the cowgirl, Cindy has incorporated a lot of neat boutique things like you talked about earlier, you know, shirts and scarves and things that she can accessorize herself with. So there's really something for everybody when they come here.
People won't find this kind of stuff everywhere they go. It's pretty unique.
If you're ready to shop, you'll find them at 1206 South Agnew. The Rusty Chandelier is open on Sunday from 12:30 to 4:30. They're closed Monday through Wednesday, open 10 to 6 Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
We had a group of our staff that lied down in the middle of the floor and looked up. We're an art museum. We want you to look in lots of different ways.
A unique perspective on a Tulsa art museum, why they think you might appreciate an upside-down view.
Coconut cream pie speaks for itself.
And the Eastern Oklahoma Eatery, where you've just got to be sure to save room for dessert. Still ahead right here on Discover Oklahoma.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Oklahoma state parks are stocked with cool weather adventures. Hike the trails amid spectacular scenery. Cozy up around the fire. Or play around on our unique courses. On weekdays, you can stay and play starting at just $69. You get 1 night of lodging, a round of golf, and a sleeve of golf balls. Get package details at travelok.com/spdeals. And come see for yourself.
The Rhythm and Roots Music Trail is your front row seat to excitement. Hit the road to explore rock, blues, country, all of Oklahoma's rich music heritage. Order your free guide at travelok.com.
Welcome back to Discover Oklahoma. We're checking out the most popular colors and sizes of Shorty's felt cowboy hats. You can purchase these off the shelf or come in for a custom-made hat.
So now from Western wear to one of the great art museums of the Southwest.
Now is a great time to visit Tulsa's Philbrook Museum, and Julie Chen is going to tell us all about their 2 new exhibits.
You'll find a Tulsa treasure at the end of the rainbow these days.
The Philbrook Rotunda has truly been transformed by Hot T's latest installation, a one-of-a-kind that he installed.
Hot T is a world-famous contemporary street artist, and he's tagged Tulsa in a big way with this stunning Philbrook pyramid made up of nearly 8,000 threads of yarn.
He showed up with 90 miles of yarn in some duffel bags, and he laid it out in a grid and elevated it up with our prep staff who are so talented, and then combed individual strands out, and then ultimately hand-snipped each piece of yarn to form this beautiful pyramid shape that you see.
It's amazing how they take such a simple thing like yarn and make beautiful art out of it. You just stood and looked at it.
83 different shades make up this massive sky-high sculpture. It's on display until November.
This piece photographs beautifully. It really is a gorgeous thing to just have a memento taken, whether you're upstairs, where we are now on the mezzanine level, or downstairs at the main entrance rotunda level. They can photograph themselves, take selfies, look from multiple angles. We had a group of our staff that lied down in the middle of the floor and looked up. We're an art museum. We want you to look in lots of different ways.
Just beyond the rotunda, you'll find a Philbrook world premiere exhibition. Photographs nearly lost, found in Oklahoma.
Philbrook has premiered Lucia Nelson. He is a famous photographer from the 1930s, and he was somewhat lost to history until the collection showed up here in Tulsa, and our curators made an amazing discovery.
Now the museum is home to the famous Condé Nast photographer's entire archive. That includes his personal documents, 4,000 prints, and 6,000 negatives.
This collection was here, right here in Oklahoma. A woman and her husband had moved here several decades ago and had purchased this collection in Brooklyn, New York. But this is an Oklahoma find, and this is a moment for Oklahoma to shine in the international art scene as we help rediscover this artist to the world.
You'll be blown away by the faces, you know, the way he captures the face and the lighting. It's incredible.
The exhibition is just the beginning of Philbrook's Lucia Nelson presentation. Now, through May 7th, you'll get a first look at 100 prints that include everything from circus acts to celebrities.
The exhibition is divided into several sections, the portrait gallery being probably the largest. You'll find images of Katharine Hepburn, Jesse Owens, Marianne Anderson, some really famous people of the day.
There was one photo that I saw, and it was, he talked about it later and said it was the most beautiful woman he'd ever photographed. And she, quite frankly, looks a little plain, but when you read about her and how smart and how strong she was and the way he captured that, I keep going back to that.
There's a fun, interactive selfie space that even we tried out, exploring photography through the use of lights and props. Plus, you can take home a Philbrook-produced newspaper with extra information about the artist and the era to round out the exhibition.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's stunning. The work is just marvelous, and the fact that it's been lost and now found is just makes it even more special.
From black and white prints to a rainbow in the sky. When it comes to art, Philbrook covers the whole spectrum.
There's always something new happening at Philbrook. We hope folks will come out.
In Tulsa, I'm Julie Chin, Discovering Oklahoma.
The Philbrook is open Tuesday through Sundays, closed on Monday. Check their website for details on hours, admissions, and special discounts on groups. Kids under 17 always visit the Philbrook free of charge.
Up next on Discover Oklahoma.
It's good home cooking like Mama used to do.
Great food, incredible dessert, and some of the friendliest folks in the state will show you where when Discover Oklahoma continues.
The Oklahoma Travel Guide is filled with festive events and iconic attractions, outdoor wonders, and the hottest places to eat and stay. It's the perfect roadmap to unforgettable adventures. Order your free Oklahoma Travel Guide today at travelok.com.
Open 7 days a week, 365 days a year, Oklahoma's great state parks are stocked with summertime adventures. Suit up and cool off in a lake or river. Hike the trails, dig for treasures, tour the caverns, or settle in under the stars. Book your stay at a cozy state park cabin or lodge. Check in Sunday or Monday and get your fourth night absolutely free. Get all the details at travelok.com/spdeals and come see for yourself.
Map out your next adventure in the Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Discover amazing natural treasures, cozy campsites, cabins and lodges, unforgettable activities, and more. It's all in the free Oklahoma Outdoor Guide. Get yours at travelok.com.
The wind comes
sweeping down the
plain,
and the waving wheat. It sure smells sweet
when the wind comes
right behind the rain. Oklahoma every night, my honey lemon night.
Sit alone and talk,
And watch a hawk making lazy circles in the sky.
you know we belong to the land.
And the land we belong to is grand.
And when we say, yo, yo,
We're only saying
You're doing fine, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma!
Oh.
KLA!
Hey, go him!
Oklahoma!
Oklahoma, come see for yourself.
close to China.
We've had so much fun here at Shorty's checking out all of the hats here in the Oklahoma City Stockyards.
Absolutely. And you know, Lauren, every cowboy, I think, needs a hat.
Definitely.
He also needs a good meal, don't we all?
Yes.
And if you're willing to make the drive to eastern Oklahoma, man, have we got a great place for you. Come along with me now to the Eatin Hole in Stigler.
I can honestly say there's nothing on our menu that we don't sell one of every day. So it's a pretty wide range of menu, and you can have whatever you like when you come in.
And that pretty much describes the Eatin Hole and its great appeal. The restaurant's been open for around 12 years, yet has the feel of a place that's been around forever. They know what their customers want, and they give it to them in the form of tremendous service, a fun atmosphere, and of course, the always tasty down-home cooking. Owner, Michelle Eatin.
We sell a lot of chicken fried steaks. Catfish on Fridays goes. On Friday nights is Catfish Friday, so everybody comes for catfish. We sell a lot of steak. Once a month we do an all-you-can-eat crab leg, and lots of people come in just for the crab legs. They love crab legs around here. But our burgers are big, and we like them juicy, where you get a lot of juicy burger, and we sell a bunch of those.
Today I got a bacon cheeseburger. They're always really big, kind of hard to eat all of it, but it's always really fresh. It's good, very good.
During my travels around the state, I've discovered small-town restaurants are a matter of pride, and the Eatin Hole is certainly no exception to that. Janice Williams works at the local chamber office.
When we travel around the state to economic development summits and tourism events, and when I say I'm from Stigler, people always say, oh, I know where that is. I've been to Eatin Hole to eat. It's one of our favorite restaurants, and it always amazes me that such a small town is known throughout the state.
And no matter if you come here for the first time or you're a regular, you will always get wonderful service, amazingly tasty and fulfilling food, as well as a variety from which to choose. Oh, and have I mentioned their desserts? All homemade, of course.
Coconut cream pie. Speaks for itself.
We always will have coconut cream pie, usually pecan pie.
And I cannot forget to mention the restaurant serves breakfast all day, including a dish that caught my attention called the Hash Brown Supreme.
It's just a large hash brown, and we'll put anything you want on it. If you just order the Hash Brown Supreme, it comes with bell peppers and onions and tomatoes, and then we put whatever eggs you want on top of it, and cheese, of course, lots of cheese. But we sell a lot of those.
The family atmosphere and the fact that I know that everything here is fresh and not frozen. I know that everything's prepared fresh as you order, and I appreciate that.
It's good home cooking like Mama used to do.
We're going to make you feel comfortable when you come in the door, and you're going to have a variety of stuff to pick from.
I just encourage you to come to the Eatin Hole and eat like a king.
If you enjoy road trips to check out great places to eat, you need a copy of the current issue of Oklahoma Today. The entire magazine focuses on food. Pick one up at a newsstand near you or subscribe and make sure you never miss an issue. Just head to their website, oklahomatoday.com.
A huge thank you goes out to the folks here at Shorty's for hosting us this week. You'll find Shorty's at 1007 South Agnew. They are closed on Sunday, open 8 to 5 the rest of the week. In addition to hats, you'll find all sorts of Western wear.
And coming up next Saturday on Discover Oklahoma, one of the most historic pieces of land in western Oklahoma, we are exploring the history of the Ouachita battlefield.
And listen up, ladies, we found one of the sweetest tea rooms in Oklahoma. Where to head for your next Girls' Day, coming up next week right here on Discover Oklahoma.
So until next time, remember,
there's always something to discover in Oklahoma.